I'm just looking at this. I know you know this very well, but just looking at Eli Lilly, about a third of their revenue now comes from weight loss drugs. It's become a real driver for this stock. What are your expectations when it comes to the weight loss portfolio this time?
So Eli Lilly is still in the early days of getting products to the market. We're seeing only the second full quarter of earnings today from the sales of weight loss drugs. Yesterday was a kind of a reset of expectations. But what it showed is supply is the real issue. Demand, there's an incredible amount of demand that's still unmet. But Wegovy is still in supply shortage. Eli Lilly has been ramping up supply. So we think that while expectations will be reset, Eli Lilly may be better at addressing the supply problem short term than Novo Nordisk.
Are they going to be better when it comes to Mounjaro, Zepbound? Are they equally ready when it comes to both?
So they've both been taken off the FDA shortage list. That would suggest, while Wegovy is still on the FDA shortage list. So we believe that that means that they're basically much better at getting more supply into the market, but also taking a different approach. Wegovy is only being offered to patients that can actually continue their trial, whereas the Lilly products are taking a different approach to how they're doing production.
Lilly also expecting to release new data on 2 new weight loss drugs coming up next year. One's an oral weight loss drug. The other one, they say it actually might be their most has the most efficacy that out of all of them. I had to think of the word there for a second. R&D forecast, that's expected to increase by 36% year over year to just about $2.8 billion. I want to ask, is that enough? When we're looking at like the cloud players, we kind of have gone back and forth that they're spending too much. Is Lilly, is it spending enough when it comes to R&D, considering the demand that you say is out there?
Yes, it's a great question, Frank. So I think what the Eli Lilly is really focused on is the applications of weight loss drugs beyond weight loss. So looking at the neurological side or looking at other ways you can use GLP-1 drugs. And Eli Lilly is an early leader in the oral segment there through a JV with Chugai. But they're also thinking about other applications, for example, on Alzheimer's, where they've had some very early trial data that's quite encouraging. So we think as they look at the applications beyond weight loss, that R&D bill is only going to go up. Now, the reality is that there's many people looking at applications beyond weight loss. So you have Novo, you have Lilly, you have Viking, you have Amgen, you have a whole list of players. So we think today GLP-1s are used for weight loss, but tomorrow we could see a world where they could be used for oncological disorders, neurological disorders, or other areas of the market.
All right. Obviously, weight loss drugs have been a blockbuster.
Yeah.
But what's next when it comes to the pharma space? I was just looking at Novo. They made a number of acquisitions in life sciences, cardio drugs, things like that. In your mind, what's the next thing on the horizon that's going to be a growth driver for these drugs? Because at a certain point, they are going to meet demand and the growth is going to slow down.
Great question. We think we're still very early in that journey. Yesterday, Novo reported that only 2% of obesity cases in the world currently are treated with GLP-1 drugs. So we still think there's a very long runway just for for weight loss alone. But looking beyond weight loss, we think that the neurological, so the Alzheimer's, the Parkinson's space, if the trial data comes through, we believe that could be a very big area, especially given the demographic we see in this part of the world. So we think that while GLP-1 drugs are used for weight loss today, tomorrow they could be used for a whole host of other disorders.
Wait, I just want to be clear. So you're saying the next blockbuster is really just a different use for these GLP-1s?
Correct. So we think that could, and now what Eli Lilly is doing, they're reinvesting the money they're making from the GLP-1s into both capacity, but also into new extension to other products.